you struggle with test anxiety, you are not alone. Test anxiety can affect performance on written exams, oral defenses, even auditions, job interviews, and presentations and speeches. It can go beyond simple nervousness and become a significant hurdle in moving forward in school, your career, and in life. Welcome to ACNE Test. My name is Craig Meriwether. Here we explore test anxiety, from its impact on our emotions and body to the role of mindset. We'll delve into real-world strategies to help you manage test anxiety and approach challenges of exams and of life with confidence. So, what exactly is test anxiety? Well, it's that intense feeling of worry, nervousness, even panic that can strike before, during, even after a test. It can manifest physically with maybe sweating or sweaty palms, rapid heartbeat, even headaches. Mentally, it can lead to negative thoughts, difficulty concentrating, forgetting what you studied by going blank right in the middle of the test. Test anxiety can be a real roadblock to success. It can prevent you from showcasing your knowledge and even impact your long-term academic goals, even career goals. But the good news is, test anxiety is incredibly common and very treatable. So let's get down to a few practical strategies and real-world techniques you can use to overcome test anxiety. The first and most important is just preparation. Preparation is key. Feeling unprepared is a major contributor to fear and test anxiety. So develop a solid study schedule, create clear notes, and practice answering the questions. Maybe you need a tutor. Maybe you want to create a study group of others in the same class studying the same material. The more comfortable you are with the material, the calmer you'll feel. You also want to learn some relaxation techniques. Learning to take back control of your nervous system so you can calm it down, turn off the fight or flight stress response. And you can do this very simply with deep breathing exercises is a big one. And I know it's a bit cliched and a little bit obnoxious to tell somebody struggling with anxiety to just take a deep breath, but that will literally calm your nervous system down. You've been given everything you need to calm your nervous system down. There's also other techniques like mindfulness meditation or other mindfulness activities. Just putting your focus on, if you're washing the dishes, wash the dishes instead of having your mind focus on future events or past issues. This can help regulate your nervous system and clear your mind before and during the test. It's also very important to exercise, move your body. And I don't mean that you have to go to the gym and pump, weights for, 2 hours a day. If you like dance, go to a dance class. Or if there's exercise classes, back in the day it was jazzercise or Zumba or whatever's going on now, or a spin class. Or if you just like riding your bike outdoors or just taking a walk in a beautiful place. Maybe there's a park near where you live or a place in nature. Or, go to a rock climbing gym. Find something you like to do to move your body and then do it on a regular basis, if not daily basis. So there's also positive self-talk. And again, that kind of smacks of woo-woo, new agey movement. But what you practice, you get better at. And if you keep running in your mind, looping in your mind, I'm going to fail, I'm going to get a bad grade, I'm no good at this, then you're going to wire that into your system, into your nervous system, into your brain. So what if you told yourself something else? What if you told yourself something positive? Like, I studied for this, I can do this, I know the material. Positive self-talk is very important. What you tell yourself, you take in. And you also want to focus on the present. Don't dwell on past mistakes. I know that's an issue, especially if you've had some failures in your life. But by dwelling on those past mistakes, you make them real in the moment. Your mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. That's why having a nightmare feels so real, even though it's not happening. Whether it's something realistic, like maybe a war veteran having a PTSD dream, or something really ridiculous, like a cheeseburger chasing down the street, or the Wizard of Oz trees throwing apples at you or something. Your mind thinks it's happening right now. So by dwelling on past mistakes and worrying about them, that your body, your mind feels like it's happening right now, and wiring that into your system. So focus on what is happening right now. And again, I know that's a bit difficult, but with practice, you can focus on that by recognizing the thoughts you're having and then ending them whether there's something about the past or maybe you're fearing something in the future. Focus on what is in front of you. And maybe, again, you're in the middle of a test. Focus on the question in front of you. Answer it to the best of your ability. Of course, there's also healthy habits like getting enough sleep, like nutritious foods. And again, we just talked about exercising regularly. Taking care of your physical health will positively impact your mental well-being and your ability to perform under pressure. So getting enough sleep is super important. A lot of people wear with a badge of honor, I only got 2 hours of sleep last night. I only got 4 hours of sleep. The average, yes, there are people who do that. There are also people who need 12, 14, 15 hours of sleep. Those are the extremes. Everybody, the rest of us in the middle, need about 8, 9 hours of sleep. Every night, not just once a week or every few days. Every night. To reboot the body, to reset the body, to rejuvenate the body, we need 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And that will positively impact in a huge way your mental well-being as well as your physical well-being. So now, test anxiety isn't just about the test itself. It's often linked to deeper issues with confidence. It may be that something's happened in the past where you didn't do well on a test. So now you have a lack of confidence around that. So here's some ways to build lasting confidence that'll help you not only during tests, but in all aspects of life. And a big one is just celebrate your achievements. By acknowledging and celebrating your accomplishments, big or small, this reinforces your sense of self-worth and your ability to do well. Again, what you practice, you get better at. So by practicing, thinking about all the failures you've had, it's easier to come up with things you failed at. What if you were to switch that around, do a 180, and start practicing all the great things you've done, remembering them, and wiring that into your system? You'd feel better about yourself and therefore boost your confidence. By challenging yourself to try new things, you boost your confidence. And again, focusing on your strengths, identifying your strengths and talents and use them to your advantage is a big way of step-by-step building your confidence. A great way to do this is just writing exercises. You probably heard about gratitude journal. And the great thing about gratitude journal is it focuses your mind on things you're grateful for. Therefore, your brain starts looking for more things to be grateful about, so you feel better. What if you also, let's say for a writing exercise, you wrote every day 3 things you're grateful about, 3 things you like about yourself, 3 things you do well. And these things you like about yourself that you do well, they don't have to be big, huge things. Things you do well, you don't have to be the world's greatest brain surgeon or the world's greatest rocket scientist. You tie your shoes well. You ride a bicycle. You boil water so you can make pasta. Doesn't matter what it is. What you want to find are things you do well, because that's going to focus your mind on finding other things you do well, which boosts your confidence. Things you like about yourself, that you can tie your shoes, that you can ride a bike. This will help focus your mind on other things you like about yourself, therefore increasing your self-esteem and your self-worth. Have to be different things, but this is an exercise that can take 2 minutes. Imagine taking 2-3 minutes every day to build your confidence and your self-esteem and your self-worth. It's not hard, but you do have to do it. Look, I know that struggling with test anxiety is tough, and you can't simply think or feel your way out of it. And there isn't just a one-size-fits-all solution, but there is hope. I understand firsthand the struggles of anxiety and depression. I dealt with it myself since my teenage years. And I witnessed my son's test anxiety, and it motivated me to develop these strategies for years, my own healing and dealing with my son's test anxiety. And over the years of researching all this, I found these research-proven techniques. And I put them all into a course called Ace Any Test. This will empower you to approach exams with confidence by helping you turn off the fight or flight stress response when you think about having a test or an exam. Again, test anxiety is incredibly common. You are not alone, but it is a hurdle you can overcome. Always remember, you are more than a test score, and your worth is not defined by a single exam. So keep striving, keep growing, and above all, keep believing in yourself. Remember, again, test anxiety is a hurdle you can overcome. And by using the strategies you learn in the ACE test training course, you can approach any test with a sense of calm and control and build your confidence. Now, as my gift to you, go to acetest.com and there you can download for free 5 different recordings to program yourself for confidence. That's my gift for you to have. And if you or a loved one struggles with test anxiety, whether you get really nervous before an exam or an audition, a job interview coming up, or giving a presentation or a speech in front of a bunch of people, then check out the ACE Test online training program. It's the most comprehensive course for test anxiety relief. There are 12 lessons filled with techniques and strategies for turning off the fight or flight stress response and for building super confidence. There's over 6 hours of video training, over 40 recordings to download and to practice with, and over 20 PDF worksheets to print out so you have the techniques right in front of you. Thanks again for listening, everyone. Have a great week, and here's to your success in all that you do.